What's up, guys? It's Matt, and we're here with another Price to Sell podcast. And this is my little intro piece because this episode is very important, and I think it needs to be addressed more and talked about more. But it's centered around mental health, and my guest Matt Piva, he went through a really hard time, so he's going to get super vulnerable in this episode and just get into a lot of what his life looked like. And he's on a path now where he's doing amazing. And he just wants to share in hopes of helping others. So to anyone out there that needs to speak to anybody or just needs, some sort of support, us at the Price to Sell family, we're always here. You can reach out to me directly, reach out to the team. We're not strangers to anybody. So Price to Sell family is my family. But yes, I just hope you guys, I want to give you guys this little preface about what the episode is about. And hope you guys enjoy. So let's get right into it. What's up, everybody? Welcome home to the Price to Sell podcast. I'm your host, Matthew Campoli. Changed up the camera angles a bit today. But we're here. It's another beautiful weekday. We got an amazing guest for you guys. We're going to go a little deep today. We're going to get into the realness of the business.
To say the least.
Yeah. We're gonna talk some real shit on this podcast today. We have a superstar agent here. We got Mr. Matt Piva, Mr. Piva. I'm sure you've all seen him on Instagram, crushing it.
Tried to.
An amazing story. And we're going to dive into all the things today. I'm sure a lot of you can resonate. So this is one to definitely pay attention to and listen to. And I want to thank you for coming on, man.
I appreciate it, dude.
Yeah.
I do. Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's a cool spot.
Thank you.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
You take that shirt with me.
Yeah, that was me last year. After 75 Hard,
That's it?
Yeah.
The Andy Frisilla?
90%, exactly.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
But yeah, man, let's get into like a little backstory, brief bio quickly. Introduce yourself.
Well, like you said, I'm Matt, Mr. Piva. Been in the business for about 5 years now. Former hockey player, did the whole shebang, the minor hockey, the OHL, played some pro. And basically just decided to cater to, buddies and friends and people that I met along the way. Developed a pretty big network and thought that real estate was the best way to turn that into a career, turn it into making money, right? So I took full advantage of it. A lot of my buddies gave me some work and gave me some big deals, and coaching minor hockey, I met a lot of cool people, a lot of parents, and filtered a lot of work through that as well, which was kind of the best of both worlds. And then life kind of took a turn, for the worst to say the least, and here I am today, man, being able to at least talk to you, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's like coming off that professional career. You're taking care of some notable names out there, selling some really high ticket price properties.
Yep.
When I met you, absolutely slinging it out there.
Yeah.
Here you are again, absolutely slinging it. You know what I mean? So it's like kudos to you.
Appreciate
first
that.
First and foremost. Before we get into the nitty gritty, I just want to touch on the mindset of an athlete, how that carried into this type of business.
Basically just the will to win, like hate fucking losing. You have that mentality of, I guess you could say teamwork and brotherhood, and, relating that into an office, really helped me. I'm not much of a team guy in the sense where, I know there's a lot of successful agents that, not a broker with his team, but, team up with a bunch of different agents. And, I had many opportunities to do that, but there was that, selfish part of me that wanted to pave the road myself. I've never really been good at taking orders. And it was just that, that athlete mentality that I still kind of carry. which has helped me along the way, but it's also kind of got me in a little bit of trouble as well.
Yeah.
So it's that fine line that over time I've learned to tweak. Some things will never change. You know, personality, who you really are. You know, I try to be as real as possible. Some people like it. Some people think I'm fucking crazy. I really don't care.
Yeah.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
I don't like to tiptoe around shit. I don't like to play the front with somebody that I'm not. And it's worked. I've done pretty well in the real estate world. And now it's just the climb back to the top, right?
Yeah.
As I said before, you know, rock bottom's beautiful because the come up is real, man. It shows a lot. It shows a lot, like internal, how strong you can really be when you never really see it, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm seeing now, and it's, you know, you could look in the mirror in the mornings and be like, "Fuck, man, you're not a bad guy."
Yeah.
So it kind of gives you that little spunk for the day, which has been making me rock and roll right now. So
I love it, man.
Yeah.
You come back hard. So let's get into that. So I mean, 2022, was it 2022? No, 2021. You were rocking it.
Yeah,
I was at Remax with you too.
Yeah, we were there.
You're crushing it.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know, you know, if we can date it, but like there was a portion where it just stopped seeing Matt.
Yeah, there was that year, 2021, about a year and a half, 2 years ago. Shit got real. Things kind of fell in my lap. And like any industry, you need some luck. But at the end of the day, you got to know what the fuck you're doing, and you got to close deals, plain and simple. And it was a good year. I mean, it was a good year for most realtors when that COVID kind of hit. But to say I was at the top was an understatement. You know, I felt it financially, but mentally I was lost.
You hit the 7, right? 7-figure mark that year?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I was a couple bucks over $1 million as an addict.
Yeah.
As an addict in full addiction. Which obviously we'll get into. But it was just like a bliss. It was just, you know, it's tough sometimes talking about it, but you know, over the last little bit, it's become a lot easier because, as you said before, it like resonates with a lot of people. Everybody has their demons. Everybody battles. Some battle more than others. And for me, it was like, you know, I couldn't even tell you how many fucking deals I lost just because I chose the wrong thing that day. And it was just like, I didn't even care because, you know, I had clients trying to call me like, you know, this house has been on the market for like 50, 60 days, you know, put in an offer, like $3-4 million. And I just physically, mentally couldn't fucking put my fingers to the keyboard and it was just, I didn't even care. I would just rather have been self-isolating, doing my thing rather than making, you know, deals for clients. And, you know, I let a lot of clients down, unfortunately. You know, obviously the elephant in the room, I suffer from addiction. It's been, 100 and almost 20 days of clean living.
Congrats on that, man.
Yeah, which fuck, I probably haven't been since I was 16.
Okay.
But so the whole Instagram thing, like I'm coming back on it. I've took like an 8-month leave of absence for obvious reasons. And when you're big on Instagram like yourself, it'd be like you just, you know, not posting for 8 months.
Yeah.
All the red flags come, like, you know, what's going on? And people had an idea. You know, but it was tough, you know. It was tough because there was, you know, some shit going on in the real estate world and, you know, the acquisitions and the rumors and that shit you'll never be able to stop, right? Sure. You'll never be able to stop what people say. But, you know, 8, 9, 10 months later, you know, everything kind of comes out in the wash and it's like, oh, you know, he's going to jail. He's going here. He lost his life. He did this. He did that. Like nobody had a fucking clue what was going on. And sure enough, I'm right back into my old office, you know, slanging real estate, doing what I do best, but giving my clients, my friends, my family, the best version of myself, which I was never able to do. Which is a good fucking feeling, man.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling when you've battled demons for so long. And again, you know, I suffer from addiction. I'm in full recovery. I mean, I'm not celibate. I'll have a drink here and there, but you know, drinking was never, you know, my issue. But it just feels good, like, to see how beautiful life is.
Yeah.
And I never was able to see that. And, you know, when I went away for 45 days, I went to a treatment center up in Muskoka, in Wasaga, which basically saved my life.
Yeah.
It got to the point where, as we were talking before, it's like, I battle from depression, or, I was at rock bottom. Like, nah, you weren't. Like, you don't know what the fuck rock bottom is until you're at rock bottom, right? And I was there for a while, and you portray this image on Instagram where you'll never see somebody sad. You'll never see a depressed person, or you'll never see a fucking poor person on Instagram. It's facts.
Yeah.
You'll never see somebody, doing this. So I just didn't have it in me anymore to start with the whole posting and this, because I've carried the fake smile around for God only knows how long, right?
Hello there, my fellow real estate enthusiasts. Today's episode is brought to you by the one and only Warrior Law, the law firm that's the best in the biz when it comes to closing deals. These guys are not your grandmother's law firm. They complete same-day status certificates and purchase agreement reviews, so you can put in your offers without a care in the world. Plus, they're digital, so you can have virtual closings across Ontario. Talk about fancy. And get this, they're available 7 days a week. That's right, no rest for the wicked. They even speak over 8 languages, so there's no excuse for any lost in translation drama. Warrior Law works hand in hand with real estate agents and mortgage brokers, so you know they're the real deal. They'll make sure your transactions are smooth and work around the schedule to get those closing docs when you need them. So, if you're looking for a law firm that's not only exceptional, but also makes closing deals look like a piece of cake, Warrior Law is your go-to. Check out the description in the episode to learn more.
That smile gets heavy.
Yeah.
It gets real fucking heavy, man. And I was, like I said, I was down and out. I've lost, a lot of, put me in financial hardship, making my way back, but, family, friends, some for the better. You lose a lot, and there's nothing you could do about it, right? Yeah. Like the whole addiction gets a hold of you, and, you have absolutely no control. And unless you do suffer from addiction, or you have like a family member, or, a very close friend, or somebody that has battled with it, you'll never understand, what goes through the fucking brain.
Yeah.
And it gets real scary, man. It gets real scary. So I got to a point where, I had to thank my wife at the time that I threw in the white towel, right? I just gave up. I lost my battle, and, brighter days were ahead. I'm starting to see the sun poke out, right? So
yeah,
I'm happy. I'm healthy. The climb back to the top is my fucking focus right now.
Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, no problem, man.
I mean, like, let's unpack. I mean, hitting that, like, how did you know you reached that bottom?
Yeah, you don't.
Okay.
You don't. It's because it's like, I'm sure people could read between the lines, right? Mm-hmm. It's like every night you go to bed, it's like, I'm done, I'm never doing this again. You're like, you slowly see things unraveling in your life, but you just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing you could physically do or mentally do.
Yeah.
And it gets a chokehold of you, and it becomes your life. You do something your whole life, and then, it's a dependent. It was used for pain, anxiety, depression, suicide, right? Just isolate, not want to be around anybody. I pushed everyone that loved me away, and nobody chooses that life.
Yeah.
Nobody chooses to do that. The first drink or the first, drug or whatever the hell you're doing, whatever your addiction may be, is always a choice. Mm-hmm. But once you get to a point, it just, it's a disease. You have no control. And I fell into that for many, many years, which is unfortunate. Like, I mean, there's a reason why addiction kills more people than cancer, man. Yeah. It's no joke. And I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy. But, there's always the other side of the fence, right? And I'm slowly climbing over it. It's a battle every day.
Yeah.
But, when I got out, it was like, fuck, now what? Like, now what? It's something that you've depended on your entire life. And, one day at a time. That's every addict's motto, right? One day at a time, but it works, right? So, again, like, even just talking about this, it's tough, but it helps me. And
sure, it's helping others too, man.
It does, and there's a lot of people like, when I got back, I made a post more or less for my clients, right? Because they were like, where the fuck is this guy? Like, are you okay? And they've called. Like, I'll tell you one thing, who's really there for you when you're fucking down and out.
100%.
And, it's a cliche that people throw it out loosely, but you really know who's there for you when you're down and out. And there was, loved ones, whether it was friends, wives, wife's family, my family, sisters, brothers, that you push away just because it's, you know, you have to. You can't control that, right? And it's sad, but, you know, when I got out, it was time to make amends, right? And it's something that I never understood. Nobody, you know, who the hell wants to start apologizing to people? But it must have been like 200-300 people. Whether I hurt them or not, whether it was something so stupid, whether it was a lie, you know, a manipulation, you know, anything and everything. You know, if I felt that I hurt them in any other way, you know, girl set of fucking balls and apologized.
Yeah.
Like, you know, 99.9% of the people forgave me, like very quick. Like they understood. And it's hard. Apologizing is hard, man. But it makes you feel incredible.
Yeah.
And so when I did that post, it was more for my clients just to give them like a heads up, like, you know, where the fuck were you? Like, are you okay? So, like I said, 99% of them forgave me, and a lot of them started throwing work back at me, which, you know, I'm forever grateful for my clients. Like, you know, they're your lifeline. And, you know, the family, it takes time, right? There's, I've heard a lot of my family members, not by choice, obviously, but, you know, as long as I continue to do me, one day at a time, getting better mentally, physically, emotionally, you know, I'm a firm believer that everything kind of, you know, time heals, forgiveness happens, some harder than others, unfortunately. But, you know, I could admit that I hurt a lot of people, and I apologized, right? But, you know, you could apologize once.
Yeah.
So now it's just straight transparency, honesty, especially with clients, like no beating around the bush, just eating around the tush, man. So it's good. I love it. Like I've become addicted to this lifestyle, which is, you know, it's crazy. I love it. So I'm happy right now. I'm healthy and just trying to kick the shit out of the real estate world.
And you come back slinging, man. Like I saw, like, yeah, you definitely saw like that gap, and then you popped up, and I saw that message, and it's so real. You know what I mean? A lot of people are scared to like put that stuff out there.
Oh, I was petrified, man.
Yeah.
My therapist kind of made me because she, you know, they break you down to a fucking, you know, to nothing, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, well, listen, you know, I think one year I sold like 15 or 20 million bucks on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like just making like, you know, stupid fucking videos or just being you. Like it was like people were buying my product or my listings off Instagram.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was a big source of income. So, you know, she kind of made me post it. I didn't want to because I always kept my personal life for obvious reasons again to myself, right? Because I didn't want, you know, everybody thought, oh, Mr. Piva, you know, he's successful, he's happy, he's this, he's that, he's, you know, got the best, you know, life and, you know, he's happily married and this. Like, nah, man, no. Smoke and mirrors, dude, like the furthest thing from the fucking truth. And it was so hard to live that life every day, just knowing like you're living this life that people have this perspective of you that's not true. Yeah. Now, genuinely, I walk outside and I'm like, hey, this is me. Take it or leave it. Like, I don't give a fuck, right? Before, it was always trying to fucking impress this guy or, you know, I got to look this or this. I'm the happiest guy. I sold, you know, $7 million house one week, $5 million house the next. You know, I'm the top of the world. Like, nah, man. It couldn't be the farthest thing from the truth, which was the hardest thing to live with, man. And then what do? You just bury your pain. Bury your pain. And that's when shit started getting fucking real. But other than that, it was, you know, I posted that, and there was a lot of people that reached out to me, like people that I've known my whole life, and you know, the people that you least expected it, like, holy fuck, dude, like, you know, I never knew you were going through this. I'm like, I didn't know I was going through it. My family, my mom, my dad, my wife, you know, my sister, like nobody knew I was going through this. So I didn't expect you know, oh, why didn't you reach out? It doesn't work like that. You know, it doesn't work like that. Because if it did, there wouldn't be so many addicts in this world, right? If it was just, oh, pick up the phone and call me. Like, it doesn't work like that. So I do appreciate it. I do appreciate the love and support that I have gotten. Yeah. And it's from the people that you don't even, like I said, I didn't even expect. Those people that were messaging me on Instagram that I haven't talked to forever, or like I felt that I hurt them so bad. And those were the people that were like the most genuine, like, you know, even you reached out and it was like, you know, just little things like that. Or, you know, now when you live this life, it's like you're so appreciative. That's why when you're like, you want to come on, I'm like, fucking right, I would love to, man. Just sit down and chat. Like, you know, we ain't talking real estate. No. Yeah. We ain't talking real estate, which is a breath of fresh air because, like I said, I know, like, even in my personal life, there's a lot of people that battle. Yeah. A lot of people that battle. And it's a fucking hard battle, man. It's a hard battle. And 99% of the time it ends the wrong way. So I'm happy that I did do what I did. I'm happy now that I can, you know, sit here with a guy like you and just, you know, shoot the shit like we were talking on the phone, right? But for people to hear like the real side, like it's not what it's all played out to be, man.
Yeah.
It's not. And again, that fake smile gets real fucking heavy real fast. But
Yeah. No, I can resonate, man. I can like, I mean, I can't, right?
But you could.
But I could.
Yeah.
You know? Like, and I'm sure, you know, like this is gonna resonate and speak to people out there who are feeling it. Maybe it's a little bit of a wake up call, but like it's a real thing. Like, yeah, you see me all the time on socials, you know what I mean? Like, but I've always been that type to try and be as real as possible.
Yeah.
I've said it from the beginning, like Instagram's that highlight reel. Right.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
You don't
yeah.
know. You don't know what the hell's going on in the background. You don't know what's going on. You know, you meet that person in real life, and like they seem happy on Instagram, but you can just like sense that they're like,
everyone's
like,
happily
out of it,
married.
you know?
Everybody's rich.
Yeah.
Everybody's this. Like,
and it becomes that comparison game, and it's so unhealthy.
It's
so unhealthy.
It's an addiction in itself.
Yes.
And I like now it's kind of, you know, I get it. Like, especially for realtors, like, you know, mortgage brokers or whatever your trade is, like Instagram's free marketing.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great platform if it's used properly. You know, and you've seen like a shift in the whole marketing scheme, or, you know, where again, like people get it and people kind of just, you know, I guess fake it till you make it. And I hate using that saying, but I think the realness of the business, which a lot of people know what it is, but just don't have that or have the balls to come out and say it.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same even when I played hockey, like, you know, the OHL and all this, like, you know, I got these kids, you know, a lot of my kids just got drafted and it was like, oh, the OHL, like, dude, it's not what you fucking think. Like, I get it, times have changed, but it's, you know, there's a real life side to everything, man. And it was, you know, I was unfortunate that I got caught up on the wrong side, and, you know, the sickness kind of dragged me down through the dirt for a long time, man. It was close to the end a few times, which is tough to say. But again, you know, the people that were there for me through the thick and thin fucking saved my life, man.
Yeah.
And I could never repay them, never be more grateful. And now it's just, you know, living life with a fucking genuine smile. There's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Every day you wake up, there's, you know, again, I'm back in the gym, routine, waking up early. Like, dude, I haven't fucking ever done that, man. I haven't done that since I played.
Yeah.
You know, be rolling out of bed at like 10, you know, go on your laptop, look at your fucking listings.
Yeah.
Your prospect search, you send a couple of emails, feel like your day's accomplished, and then bang, right back to being a bad boy.
Yeah.
And it was just like every day. And I still got deals done, which I sit here now, I'm like, how?
Yeah.
People are like, how'd you do it? I'm like, dude, I don't even fucking know.
Yeah.
I don't even know. So, like, now it's organic. Like, my clients call like a pickup and just talk to them. And even if I have shitty news, it's like, I don't care to tell them because it's the fucking, hey, it is what it is. Like, you know, before it was always hiding behind your phone, you know, I'll call you back, or, you know, sending them a fucking bullshit text when you don't have any good news, like, oh, any action, any this, any that. Now it's just genuine, right?
Yeah.
So I love it, man. There's nothing more, no better feeling than just being free, being transparent, being honest. Like, it was sad because I never was able to do that. Unfortunately, like you just couldn't.
Yeah.
It sucked.
It's weird. It's crazy as a human being. It's the hardest thing to do, is to just show up and be like completely real and like
just being present
and not be worried.
Yeah.
And not be scared. You know,
you're
like,
scared when there's something to hide.
Yeah. I've had my tours with that too. You know what I mean? Whether it's like my relationship or like with my clients. And I had to learn the hard way a lot of the times.
I know.
You know, it's like, fuck, why was I trying to like hide that? Or why was I trying to like beat around the bush there? You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy how we work. Because
it
it's
holds
like,
you accountable too.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, like, dude, I remember like this, oh my God, I could fucking go on all day, but just like the stupidest shit. And then you sit there and you're like, why did I just like what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You know what's wrong with you, but it's like, why did I just fucking say that? Or why
Yeah.
did I just do that? And it's like, you just get caught in this fucking trap and this double life and this lie, and it's just your brain just goes. It's a full-time job trying to remember what stories you told, or what you told, or this, what lie, this, that. It was just like, dude, it make you go fucking crazy in itself.
Yeah.
Right. And I couldn't do it anymore, man. So I'm happy, you know, I got my life back on track. It was long overdue, but yeah, man, I'm fucking rocking and rolling again. So
This may be like, sound like a weird question, but like, is there a sense of gratitude for all this happening in your life? Like,
yeah, absolutely. I
Right?
like, you know, gratitude's like, you know, when you go to treatment, gratitude's like a big thing. And you hear the word again thrown around so loosely, like, oh, I'm grateful. You know, gratitude, grateful. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah, whatever. But then when you actually sit there and it's like, you know, I'm so grateful just for like the little things that I never was able to do. Like go for fucking chicken wings with my buddies.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I couldn't remember the last time I did that because
Yeah.
I was always doing whatever.
Yeah.
Or like just hanging out with my niece and nephew.
Yeah.
Like they're over all the time. My sister will drop them off. And it's like, dude, I open up the door, I hear them yelling. I'm like, holy fuck. Like I'm so fired up because I just, like I never had that sense of like the littlest fucking things. Like waking up and sending, you know, a couple messages to some buddies or my parents like, hey, happy Monday or good morning. Like fucking rock and roll today. Have a good day. And getting that love back. It's like, you know, I never did that shit. You know, it's just the little things that you realize what you're grateful for. But then on the other side, it's like, you know, like a walking proof of you don't realize what you had till it's gone.
Definitely.
And that's the hard fucking part of, you know, recovery or coming back to life, as I call it, where, you know, you had a lot of things that you took for granted. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Family, wife, friends, whatever the hell, business. You know, yeah, I've lost a couple clients, unfortunately, you know, but who do I have to blame but myself, right? So that's something that you have to roll with the punches. You know, family and friends and all that, a lot of them, you know, they love you no matter what, but you hurt a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, so that's, again, it's the hardest part is just looking at them in the eyes and being like, you know, I'm fucking sorry. You know, and again, a lot of them give you forgiveness and some of them are a little tougher. But, you know, you can't veer off track or can't get down or let the brain start racing, which again is another full-time job to, you know, stay focused the right way.
Yeah.
But again, every day's different. Every day's different, but the routine and staying on track and all that kind of stuff is something I've become addicted to, which is, you know, an addiction I could fucking live with, to say the least. Yeah.
Good replacement.
Yeah. An understatement.
Yeah, for sure. So where are we at today? Where's Matt at today? What's
Matt's rock and rolling back at Remax, back home as I call it. You know, it's
shout out to Noble Corp.
Shout out to Noble Corp. Shout out to all the guys and girls at that office. Pretty fucking dope office. But yeah, it was just like I just feel at home, you know. And again, you know, shit happened and happens in any industry, you know, where kind of go separate ways. And that was another relationship that I amended was with Vito. Obviously, you know, we never really burned bridges, but it was, you know, some shit happened and fuck, love the guy to death. And he's a guy that's been there for me.
Solid dude.
Solid guy.
Solid dude.
And he's been there. He's been with me through the fucking highs and the lows, man. And trust me, when I say highs, I was high.
Yeah.
Figuratively,
Even me,
literally,
man.
and the lows,
Yeah.
right? And he was with me through the thick and thin. So I appreciate and respect the shit out of that guy. And you know, that's it, man. Like, you know, summer's coming. Golf course. I mean, this fucking weather's terrible, but you know, the golf course is my safe place.
Yeah.
You know, hanging out with family and friends and just playing catch up, right? Making up for lost time with the things that I was never able to do. And I love it, right? Like coming down here and, you know, Jay's games and this and like just the stupid things. I mean, the Bruins are out, which fucking sucks. So there goes the next 2 months of watching playoff hockey because I couldn't give a shit who wins now. Go Leafs, go.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, other than that, just being a fucking good person, man. That's it. Just trying to be the best version of myself every day.
I love it, man. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
dude.
that.
I think
man.
you're gonna touch. I don't think you even realize what the effect you're gonna have on people.
Yeah, and you know what? It's like I was never a guy that needed. What's the word I'm looking for? Like I never needed clarity, or I never needed like people to be like, oh, you know, but like I never needed that. There's a word for it. I can't fucking think of it right now, but it was just like genuine me, you know, expressing myself.
Yeah.
And like I said, a lot of people reached out that are like, holy fuck, dude. You know, I read your post, like, dude, I battle from it. Or, you know, I tried to take my life 3 weeks ago. And, you know, I battle alcohol and I battle, you know, substance abuse and this. And, you know, what did you do? Or, you know, can I come to your meetings? And I'm like, fuck, the more the merrier. You know, the more the merrier. And, you know, just that sense is gratitude in itself, right? Just knowing that one stupid fucking post just, you know, could have realistically saved somebody from falling in the trap of addiction, right? So that's something that I like, and that's why, like, when we talked before, it was like, yeah, you're like, oh, I didn't want to ask, but fucking right, man. Let's talk, because it's real. It's
Yeah.
what it's all about.
Yeah.
I love it. We don't have to talk market stats or
Yeah.
what's
Interest
going on.
rates.
Yeah, interest rates. Yeah. No, fuck that.
This is a breath of fresh air for me too.
Yeah, man. It's just like I said, man. Like, I know a lot of people battle it. Like, I see it.
Yeah.
You know, and I've put myself, you know, since I've been out, I put myself in some sticky situations. You know, going to buddy stags and, you know, going here and going there, and you know you're walking into the lines then, but you learn so much about yourself. Where it's like, you know, if you think of your parents or your wife or these people that you've harmed so fucking bad, and it's like, dude, you could put something in for, like, I don't even care. I would never just the thought of, you know, your parents or your wife or your family and friends, like, that's enough to just say enough, right? So, again, like, speaking openly, like, drugs, alcohol, it's fucking everywhere. Like, family, friends, clients, like, you're never, like, I'm not a hermit. I ain't fucking locking myself up in my cantina. Sorry.
Yeah.
So you're going out and about, like, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's fucking everywhere, and there's nothing you could do about it. So it's like, you better find a way to fucking put up boundaries. You better find a way to cope. You better find your triggers and find a way to deal with them, or else, you know, it's a downward spiral. So I've done a pretty good job so far. Again, every day is a battle, but I don't see myself veering off track ever, man.
Oh, you see, you lit up the room when you walked in.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it looked different than I did 5 months ago. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. No, it's awesome, man. It's powerful shit. Like, you're being able to get in those environments, like, you're in your true power. Like, nothing can touch you.
Nothing, man.
There's no better feeling than that.
Nothing. And people look at you like the old me. Like, I remember walking in a stag, and it was like, you know, your old stag buddies. You know those people you only see at stags.
Yeah.
And I don't have to tell you what happens at stags. And, you know, they're looking at me. It's like, bro, not me anymore, man.
Me.
Yeah, fuck off. Like, don't even try. And I know there's people that are sitting there, like, just waiting for my downfall. It's facts. It's life, right? There's a lot of jealousy, unfortunately. That was the one thing I was never a jealous person, man. You know, I'm very competitive.
Yeah.
You know, when I see you sell a place or post it, I'm like, fuck him.
Yeah.
In a good way, obviously, but I'm like, fuck him. Okay, and I gotta fucking sell too. Like,
It's healthy.
It's like
a
that
healthy competition.
It's like that The Last Dance, like that Michael Jordan, that whole, like, mentality of, like, competitiveness and being the best. Like, I wish you nothing but the best. I wish everybody nothing but the best. But it's like, there's that part of me that's like, you know, I got to do this too. I got to sell too. If he sold this, I got to sell a bigger one, or I got to sell more expensive property. And it's what drives me. But then you got those people that are like, you know, just waiting for you to fall, being like, I told you so. Those people are going to be waiting a long fucking time.
Yeah,
man.
good.
Yeah, they'll be waiting a long time. But, you know, I hear it every day, you know. The Woodbridge gossip and the fucking coffee shop talks. And, like, dude, I laugh. It's like, you know, over time, the bullshit fades, where they're like, hey, you know what? Maybe this guy's fucking for real.
Yeah.
Like, this guy looks for real. And then slowly, you know, your enemies become your fans, and the shit stops getting talked. But, you know, I don't mind it. It's free motivation, man.
It's fuel, man.
Yeah, it's definitely fuel.
Fuel in itself.
Fucking right it is.
And you know what? That shit just drowns out eventually too. Like, I feel like you're already at that stage where like you create this protective bubble around yourself.
Yeah.
And you don't let that shit enter.
But I mean, I'm sure you could even say the same. Like, it used to bother me, for sure.
Yeah,
and I'm sure you've
me
heard
too.
it. Like, I'm sure
Me
there's
too,
people
man.
out there praying for your downfall.
Yeah.
Like, straight up. It's the
yeah.
business, right? And, you know, it used to bother me. Like, I would occupy my whole day just doing bad things and just thinking of, like, fuck, what is this guy fucking talking about? I found out somebody was talking shit about me the other day. The old me, I would have went on my phone, I would have called him, I would have cussed him out, said, fuck you, blah, 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 beep, 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 bum. Now I go on my phone, go into his name, delete his number, ciao.
That's it.
And I was just like,
yeah,
dude, I would have never done that. I was always on edge, and it was like, you know, take a step back, breathe, like think. Like, I'm 34 years old, man. Like, I ain't looking to fucking make enemies.
Yeah.
You know, I know there are people out there that probably don't like me for whatever reasons, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't care. You know, now you know you're a good person. You know, I do everything I can to help anyone I can, and whoever asks for help, whether it's through real estate, whether it's through recovery, you know, whether they're battling mental illness or battling addiction or whatever it is. Like, a lot of people, and there's people that you fucking probably know pretty well that have reached out, and, you know, I give them everything I can because people did that for me, right? Whether it was for the good or the bad. I mean, you know, I owe a lot of people positive vibes, man.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. I love it, man.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, dude, like, just congrats to you.
Thank you, man. I
That's all I
appreciate
can
it.
say
I appreciate it.
on this, and you're only getting started,
Yeah.
right?
Let's hope.
No, it's the fact.
Yeah.
And then having the right people around you won't let you stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So hold that shit close. I'm here for you too.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Thank you for sharing.
Fucking right.
And yeah, man, if you like want to drop one last nugget for someone out there.
Hey, if you're battling, man, you're not the only one battling. And I say this to everybody, like, if I could do it, anyone could do it. Plain and simple. You know, I know it's not easy, just, you know, the typical, pick up a phone. Like, it doesn't work like that. I get it. But I've had a lot of close people, like, reach out to me. And, you know, most of the people that do watch this or see this, like, they know who I am. This is the real me, obviously. And if you guys have any, you know, demons roll around the fucking brain, man, just, you know, my number's on my Instagram. My Instagram's Mr. Piva. Like, reach out. Everything is obviously between me and you. And if I could help you, you know, I would love to. Plain and simple. It's more than just me listing your fucking condo.
Yeah.
Or me getting you a rental apartment. Like, fuck that. Like, real life stuff. If you are battling, you know, you're battling for mental illness, whatever it is, I'll do whatever I can to help, man. It helps me too. So
Yeah.
that's all I could say. But I appreciate you coming on and chatting about this. This
Yeah,
is
of
a
course.
breath of fresh
Hey,
air for me too, man.
Dude, likewise. Thank you for sharing all this. This is not easy shit to talk about.
No, it's not.
Not at all. But like, we did it. And like we said, it's not real estate today. This is some real shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
it's real
this podcast
shit
is great. It's great podcast. You know, you learn a lot, but like probably learn a lot more right now, you know, especially if
Yeah.
you guys are out there and resonating with this or feeling the type of way. I'm always a resource outlet. Reach out if you need. Like you said, Matt just extended the arm too.
Absolutely.
It's a real thing we all go through, especially in this business.
Especially in this
And
world, man.
yeah,
This
the world,
life.
everything.
Yeah,
Just
in
like
this life.
it's okay. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you're not alone, man.
Yeah.
You're not alone. That's for sure.
yeah. So thank you, brother. Thank you for coming on. And
Appreciate
to
it,
everyone
man.
out there, this is a real one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And like I said, don't be scared to reach out if you need to. Matt, myself, the two Matts are here.
Yeah, two Matts make it right, man.
Two Matts make it
Yeah.
right. So we until the next one, love you guys. Please don't forget to subscribe.
Thank you.
And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.